Welcome to Big Bacon's Collection, where we review stuff right after we get news that it's being replaced by newer stuff. Good lord. Today, looking at the Star Wars Black Series, Bad Batch Tech. Yeah, I'm aware what happened. I saw the finale. So, as always, we're going to look at the accessories, we're going to look at the figure, check the articulation, gear him up, and drop him off a shelf. Put him on a shelf. So, let's get the big one out the way first. Comes with a big old backpack. Base color matches that of what's the base on the armor. Does have some highlight paint that is weathered severely. A couple of silver antennae that are actually part of the mold. They do not detach. T-hook back peg. All in all, it's nice looking. Next up, we have the Helm of Destiny. Now, the fact that they have sculpted his goggles inside and they're in no way translucent sucks. The goggles are a major part of who he is. Got the same base color as the backpack and the armor. Darker gray on top of it. All the paint is weathered. Now, the fittings, which are not paint, are just normal. So the goggles, the intakes, all that stuff, normal color. Anything that would be painted on, weathered. Got a nice little tempoed skull on this side, same on this side. There is a visor that moves up and down. A couple of antennae back here in the back. Now the paint on the antenna, where they meet the helmet, not great. But most of the issue with those is from the back, and guess what? From this angle, you don't see it. He comes with his blaster. Done in just a basic black. It's the same that comes with every single clone trooper. Well, everyone that has a pistol. And then he's got a small collection of tools which fit onto his belt. Now, they're done in that kind of really cheap, semi-transparent silver plastic. This one does have some black on the handle. But the rest of them are just kind of there. So looking at the figure, this face sculpt is amazing. Honestly, if you put black sunglasses on him, I think he hijacked a plane and jumped out with a parachute. That looks like DB friggin' Cooper. My biggest issue is the lack of goggles. That's it. That's the only downside I have about this face. Everything else is perfect. Hair sculpted in there nicely. Got them brown eyes. Okay, unlike Crosshair, he does not reuse the Hunter body. In fact, those Hunter and Tech are the only, or Hunter and Crosshair are the only two that use that body. He's got a black full body suit. Runs the length of him. Chest armor is a separate overlay piece done in that same color. Once again, matching colors for the paint highlights, and all of it is just weathered, worn, chipped away. Got a belt. The belt is a separate piece, but it is glued. I believe it's back. No, it's not glued. It is completely free roaming, but because of where it sits, it doesn't move much. Pouches all over it. Hang down on this side. Looks like a holster, but it's not, even though it's got a scope hanging on it. And over here we've got this side where the tools hang. Codpiece. Mask, plastic, knee pads, boots, all done up nicely. Many more pouches and tools all along the boots. Flat back with T-hook connection. This is a beautiful figure. Articulation. We've got a head joint. Let me see here. We got a ball joint at the top of the neck and a ball joint at the bottom of the neck. So looking up, you do get a little bit out. Looking down, you get a little bit. He does walk like an Egyptian. Head rotates. And yes, there is tilt. Now, the shoulder pads are separate pieces. They are softer rubber. So you can kind of lift them up to get them out of the way. Because of their awkward shape, it's a little harder to do. But when done properly, it will come up to 90. Arm does rotate all the way around. Single jointed pinless elbow comes up beyond 90. Rotates at the elbow. Hand rotates. Left hand has a horizontal hinge. Right hand, vertical hinge. There is a torso cut up underneath the armor overlay. Allows for rotation, some front and back, and some tilt. Leg kicks out that far, kicks forward that far. Thigh cut for rotation. Have a single jointed knee. Comes up to 90 and rotates. No boot cut. Foot hinges back really far, forward just a little bit, front facing pin for rocker. So let's take a moment and get this done. So we're going to get these tools in place. And they all just slip within the rings that are on the belt. Like so. Backpack pegs on. Because he doesn't have his goggles. No, I don't want to do that. He doesn't have a holster either, so they do seem to lack in a couple spots with these Bad Batch figures. Sculpts are not one of them. But attention to things like storage. Part of me wants to just hang him off the shelf by a string. But I'm not that guy. Like the others, I'm just going to have him hold his helmet. And there we have it. So what do you say we take a moment and get him up on the shelf? And there we go. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time.